Every rider remembers that first real moment when the machine feels like an extension of their will. When balance, control, and acceleration align into something both thrilling and calm. Not a surge of fear, but a deep confidence. That feeling does not come from pure power. It comes from trust. In a world obsessed with speed and status, finding a sport bike that inspires trust before intimidation has become a rare gift. Yet, there are machines that still focus on the rider's growth, not just the spec sheet. Machines that turn skill into instinct and motion into meaning. They are built for those who crave the energy of the sport bike world, but want to master it on their own terms. And when a manufacturer manages to balance performance with real-world usability, the result can redefine what an entry-level sport bike should be. Today's story is about one such machine that captures that balance perfectly. Like, subscribe, and tell us which bike or era you want to see next. The 2024 Honda CBR500R sits in a fascinating crossroads of identity. It looks every bit like a supersport, yet it's engineered to welcome riders into the sport bike world with calm precision. For Honda, this model has always carried a quiet purpose: to prove that performance and approachability can live in the same frame. The idea began more than a decade ago when Honda saw a void in the middleweight segment. The market offered small beginner bikes that outgrew their purpose within months, and large high-output machines that scared off new riders before they ever developed their skills. The CBR500R was meant to bridge that divide, not by detuning a superbike, but by designing from the ground up a platform that felt full-sized, balanced, and rewarding. At first glance, it's easy to dismiss the 500R as a simple commuter with sporty fairings. But a deeper look reveals Honda's careful choreography of weight, geometry, and engine character that delivers a full-size experience without the usual intimidation. In the 2024 model, Honda sharpened the edges, literally and figuratively. The styling cues pull from the company's larger CBR lineup, giving it the stance and visual aggression of machines that cost twice as much. Yet beneath that bodywork, the design serves a purpose. Every vent, every angle, channels airflow efficiently, both for cooling and for stability at higher speeds. Honda's aerodynamic philosophy at this level isn't about chasing top speed. It's about composure. The fairing design reduces turbulence around the rider's helmet and shoulders, keeping fatigue low and focus sharp. That same attention to rider comfort defines the ergonomics. The handlebars sit slightly lower than on a naked 500, the foot pegs are set rearward enough for control but not cramped, and the seat height remains approachable for riders of varying inseams. The result is a riding triangle that feels purposeful but not punishing. Under the skin, the heart of the 2024 Honda CBR500R remains the same trusted 471 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine, tuned to deliver smooth, linear power across the rev range. It's a motor known for its civility, yet capable of surprising pace when pushed. Producing around 47 horsepower, it won't overwhelm. Instead, it encourages the rider to explore the full range of the throttle, to understand how weight transfer and cornering feel when confidence builds. This philosophy is classic Honda. Rather than fixate on output numbers, the engineers tune the CBR500R's character to mirror the rhythm of learning. Predictable, progressive, and polished. Riders often describe the bike as honest, meaning what you ask of it is exactly what you get, and that reliability becomes part of the learning experience. What separates this 2024 version from its predecessors is refinement. The throttle mapping has been reworked for smoother on-off transitions. The ECU logic makes roll-on power delivery more intuitive. Paired with a slip-assist clutch, gear changes feel lighter, almost frictionless, which helps new riders maintain control even in low-speed traffic or during aggressive downshifts. Honda also improved the airflow and cooling system to handle urban heat more efficiently. An understated but critical upgrade for commuters and students who rely on their bike daily. These mechanical tweaks may seem small, yet they build up to something significant. A sport bike that grows with its rider. The chassis tells the same story. The steel diamond frame, tuned for rigidity and compliance, strikes an excellent balance between feedback and comfort. Combined with the Showa SFF-BP fork introduced in recent years, the front end now offers stability comparable to higher-end sport machines. It's a subtle transformation, but one you feel in every corner. The fork's ability to isolate bumps while preserving steering accuracy is a revelation for a mid-weight platform. Add in the ProLink rear shock, and you have a suspension setup that can handle both twisty canyon runs and daily commuting without compromise. The dual 296mm front discs and Nissan calipers deliver solid stopping power, while ABS is standard for safety. These details show that Honda isn't just building a beginner's bike. It's building a complete package meant to teach and reward in equal measure. Visually, the 2024 CBR500R leans closer than ever to its bigger siblings in the CBR lineup. The LED headlights are slimmer, more angular, and the tail section has been redesigned to enhance aerodynamics and aesthetics. Even the new color schemes, including the signature red with matte black accents, reinforce the impression that this isn't a scaled-down toy but a legitimate member of the CBR family. That's important psychologically for riders stepping up from smaller displacements. They want to feel part of the same performance lineage that includes icons of the past. The 500R delivers that pride of ownership, not through excess power but through polish and authenticity. What's truly fascinating is how the 2024 Honda CBR500R fits into the broader evolution of the middleweight sport bike category. A decade ago, the entry-level segment was treated almost as an afterthought, filled with basic models that were cheap to build and quick to outgrow. Honda changed that narrative with the first 500R, and each update since has solidified its reputation as the gold standard for rider progression. In a sense, this model represents Honda's long-term strategy to cultivate brand loyalty by nurturing confidence rather than chasing raw numbers. Riders who begin with the CBR500R often stay within Honda's ecosystem, eventually moving to larger CBR models or even branching into touring and adventure machines. That's no accident. It's an ecosystem built on trust. The balance of real-world usability and sport bike aesthetics is not easy to achieve. Too soft, and enthusiasts dismiss it as uninspired. Too aggressive, and beginners shy away. Honda's mastery lies in its restraint. The engineers designed the 2024 CBR500R not to be the fastest, but to be the one that matters most to riders finding their voice. Its 6-speed gearbox shifts with mechanical precision, the fuel injection remains crisp even in varying temperatures, and the fueling under part throttle feels refined enough to teach throttle control intuitively. On winding roads, the chassis communicates without overwhelming. The bike holds a line confidently, reacts predictably, and rewards smoothness over brute force. And that's where the genius of the CBR500R becomes clear. It's not about numbers. It's about moments. The first time a rider nails a clean apex, the first time they trust the lean, the first time they feel the suspension settle perfectly through a corner exit. Those are the experiences that define motorcycling, and Honda built this machine to deliver them safely, repeatedly, and joyfully. The 2024 model amplifies those sensations with modern refinement, creating a bridge between novice and expert. It's a sport bike that teaches. That's the quiet magic of the Honda CBR500R. It may not headline with outrageous horsepower or exotic materials, but it demonstrates something more valuable: how thoughtful engineering can make a machine feel alive, approachable, and endlessly satisfying. It invites riders into the sport not with intimidation, but with inspiration. Not with excess, but with excellence. The story of the 2024 Honda CBR500R is not just about updates or specs. It's about evolution through understanding. Honda has always been a company that listens closely to the rider community, often refining rather than reinventing. For the 500R, that philosophy has shaped every detail of its transformation from a simple middleweight into one of the most balanced sport bikes in the modern lineup. What makes the 2024 version stand out is how each component feels tuned to the needs of a growing rider. This is not a motorcycle trying to prove itself on a racetrack. It's a machine designed to translate skill into confidence, step by step. In recent years, the middleweight class has undergone a quiet revolution. Competitors have introduced more aggressive models chasing higher power outputs and sharper track performance. Yet Honda's strategy with the CBR500R has been different. Rather than chasing bragging rights, the engineers refined the fundamentals: weight distribution, throttle response, braking feel, and suspension control. The focus has always been on predictability, the kind of behavior that builds muscle memory and trust. That trust is what separates a great beginner bike from one that merely looks the part. When you lean into a corner or roll on the throttle out of it, every response feels deliberate and composed. That's what turns a nervous rider into a capable one. The 471 cubic centimeters twin-cylinder engine plays a huge role in that progression. Unlike some rivals that deliver their power in sharp, unpredictable bursts, this engine flows like a conversation. There's a clear beginning, middle, and end to every rev, allowing the rider to feel connected rather than surprised. Peak torque arrives early enough for city riding, yet the motor stretches willingly up top, rewarding smooth technique. It's that linearity that gives the CBR500R its reputation as the perfect step-up bike. Not because it lacks power, but because it teaches control. Every throttle input becomes an exercise in precision. Then there's the suspension. Honda's partnership with Showa brought serious hardware to this class, and the Showa SFF-BP fork on the 2024 CBR500R is one of its best features. The fork design, which separates damping and spring functions between legs, reduces friction and allows finer tuning. The result is remarkable front-end feedback without harshness. Pair it with a well-calibrated rear shock, and the 500R feels planted and composed in a wide range of conditions. You can push through tight corners, hit rough pavement, or glide through open highway stretches without upsetting the balance. For new riders, that kind of consistency is everything. It means mistakes are forgiven, not punished, and that builds the courage to keep improving. Braking performance is equally confidence-driven. Dual 296mm discs up front, paired with radial mount calipers, offer progressive bite without being twitchy. The ABS system intervenes smoothly, maintaining control without the abrupt pulse older systems often caused. Honda clearly invested time refining the brake feel, giving the rider enough feedback to sense grip levels while still providing a safety net in panic situations. Even under hard deceleration, the chassis remains neutral and predictable, resisting the dive or chatter that can unsettle less refined setups. But what really defines the 2024 Honda CBR500R is how it integrates technology without overwhelming the rider. Honda doesn't chase complex ride modes or multi-level traction systems here. Instead, it focuses on delivering natural, mechanical clarity, the kind of direct connection between rider and machine that often gets lost in electronic layers. The throttle-by-cable setup, light clutch feel, and precise gearbox combine to create a machine that teaches good habits. It's the analog soul in a digital era. The rider interface continues that philosophy. The TFT display introduced in the latest refresh feels modern, yet it doesn't distract. It presents the essentials: speed, gear, RPM, fuel, and trip data, in a layout that's clean and easy to read even in sunlight. It also features adjustable brightness and simple connectivity for Honda's smartphone integration, letting riders access turn-by-turn navigation or basic call notifications. This balance between simplicity and smart features mirrors the entire ethos of the bike. Modern enough to feel current, but restrained enough to keep the focus on riding. Ergonomically, Honda once again proves that comfort and sportiness can coexist. The seat offers firm support for spirited riding yet remains comfortable for longer commutes. The slightly aggressive but not extreme riding position keeps the wrists relaxed, the core engaged, and the legs naturally positioned. That geometry translates directly into control, giving riders the leverage to steer confidently without fatigue. This is particularly valuable for those learning body positioning or improving cornering techniques. Every movement feels intuitive, and that predictability builds the muscle memory needed to advance skill levels. From a design perspective, the 2024 CBR500R shows Honda's attention to proportionality. The fairing design doesn't just mimic bigger CBRs, it scales their visual language in a way that feels natural. Sharp lines and LED accents communicate performance, but the overall shape remains compact and approachable. Even small touches, like the subtle undertail paneling and angular mirrors, contribute to the impression of refinement. Honda understands that emotional connection matters. Riders don't just want to feel fast, they want to feel part of something aspirational. The CBR500R delivers that through form as much as function. Riding impressions from seasoned owners and reviewers often converge on one word: balance. The 2024 CBR500R is not the most powerful bike in its class, nor the lightest, nor the most high-tech. Yet, it consistently earns praise for how it combines all aspects into one cohesive experience. The clutch pull, the gear ratios, the weight distribution, everything feels harmonized. That balance translates directly into rider confidence. which is why so many motorcyclists who start on this bike remain lifelong advocates of the CBR lineup. Beyond the mechanical side, the CBR500R also holds cultural significance. It represents Honda's broader philosophy of accessibility. In an era when performance bikes often push past what public roads can realistically accommodate, the 500R serves as a reminder that engagement doesn't require excess. It brings the essence of sport riding to a level where almost anyone can participate. That inclusivity has helped cultivate a generation of riders who value skill and finesse over sheer horsepower. The 2024 model continues that legacy by offering an authentic sport bike experience that's realistic, affordable, and rewarding. Honda's consistency in this model line is telling. While other manufacturers occasionally abandon their entry-level sport platforms or shift focus toward niche performance models, Honda has remained committed. The CBR500R continues to be built in multiple global facilities with meticulous attention to quality. That global reach ensures not only parts availability, but also a shared sense of identity across markets. Whether in the United States, Europe, or Asia, the CBR500R carries the same reputation. Dependable, confidence-inspiring, and stylish. Ultimately, the 2024 Honda CBR500R embodies the brand's long-standing promise that every motorcycle, no matter its displacement, deserves the same engineering integrity as a flagship. What makes the 2024 Honda CBR500R remarkable is how it transcends the expectations of its class. Most entry-level sport bikes are temporary companions. They serve as stepping stones, placeholders until the rider moves on to something faster or flashier. Yet the CBR500R challenges that narrative by being a motorcycle riders often choose to keep, even after outgrowing its intended category. That's because it doesn't just teach you how to ride. It reminds you why you wanted to ride in the first place. It's fast enough to entertain, forgiving enough to protect, and refined enough to stay relevant. The key lies in Honda's deep understanding of the psychological side of motorcycling. Riding is not purely mechanical. It's emotional. The CBR500R has always targeted that emotional core. It doesn't overwhelm with speed or noise. It connects through rhythm and feedback. Each input, the clutch feel, throttle roll, braking modulation, gives the rider a sense of control that becomes addictive. The 2024 model, with its refined dynamics and improved comfort, enhances that emotional clarity. It's a bike that feels alive, yet predictable, allowing the rider to enter that elusive flow state where the machine disappears, and only the ride remains. Honda's approach with this generation reflects a larger design philosophy the brand has refined across decades. Engineering empathy. Every motorcycle is built not only for performance but also for understanding. The CBR500R is a perfect embodiment of that. It's engineered to anticipate mistakes, smooth over them, and teach quietly. In practice, that means stable handling during abrupt inputs, forgiving throttle response during uneven wrist movement, and neutral braking behavior even under panic situations. Honda doesn't advertise these as features. They're built into the DNA of the bike. For a rider learning to trust themselves, that built-in safety net is priceless. And while the CBR500R may sit in the middleweight category, it carries the poise of a much larger machine. The updated chassis geometry, the refined Showa suspension, and the balanced mass distribution all contribute to a planted, grown-up feel. That's part of why experienced riders appreciate it as much as beginners. There's enough mechanical integrity here to handle spirited backroad riding or light track days. Yet the ergonomics remain relaxed enough for daily commuting. Few motorcycles manage to walk that line successfully. Honda does it with precision. In the real world, where most rides include traffic lights, uneven roads, and sudden weather shifts, the 2024 CBR500R stands out for its composure. The throttle mapping makes low-speed maneuvering predictable. The slipper clutch smooths out urban starts and stops. The ABS keeps the braking drama-free when traction changes. Even the engine's mild vibration character has been carefully tuned, enough to feel mechanical, not enough to fatigue. Honda's engineers know that comfort and consistency are what make a rider spend more time in the saddle. And more time riding means more connection with the brand. Visually, the bike now looks like it belongs among the larger supersports parked next to it. That matters more than some might admit. For many riders, identity is part of the appeal. To look at their machine and feel a sense of belonging to the sport bike culture. The CBR500R nails that emotional balance. It's aspirational without being unreachable. You get the sleek aerodynamic fairings, the low-profile headlights, and the purposeful tail design, all echoing Honda's performance DNA. Yet there's nothing pretentious about it. It communicates seriousness without shouting. There's also an economic brilliance behind the 2024 Honda CBR500R. At its price point, it delivers one of the most complete ownership experiences in the market. It's affordable to buy, inexpensive to maintain, and remarkably fuel-efficient, often achieving well over 60 miles per gallon. Insurance costs stay reasonable thanks to its power level, and parts availability remains strong worldwide. These factors make it an ideal long-term companion. It's not just a learning platform. It's a dependable piece of transportation that happens to make you smile every time you twist the throttle. On open highways, the CBR500R feels stable and planted, tracking true even at higher cruising speeds. The aerodynamic efficiency, paired with a fairing that effectively manages wind, makes it comfortable for sustained rides. The parallel twin engine hums steadily, and the riding posture encourages endurance rather than fatigue. This dual nature, practical commuter on weekdays, weekend canyon machine, defines its broad appeal. It adapts to your mood rather than dictating it. And yet, the 2024 model is not just about usability. It's about emotional longevity. The satisfaction it delivers does not fade with familiarity. For many riders, the deeper their bond with the CBR500R grows, the more they appreciate its subtlety. It doesn't need to surprise you. It rewards your consistency. In that way, it mirrors the philosophy of mastery. The more you learn, the more it gives back. That feedback loop is why so many experienced riders still speak fondly of their time with one, even years after moving on. Culturally, the Honda CBR500R represents a rare continuity in an industry that often chases trends. While many manufacturers pivot to adventure or naked segments, Honda continues to support a true sport bike platform for the everyday rider. This commitment keeps the spirit of accessible sport motorcycling alive. It means there's still a pathway for riders who want to experience cornering precision, aerodynamics, and sport bike posture without having to leap into the intimidating world of high-displacement machines. If there's a single word that defines the 2024 Honda CBR500R, it's maturity. Not in the sense of age, but in refinement, a maturity of purpose, design, and execution. Honda understands that not every rider wants extremes. Many want excellence that feels attainable. The CBR500R delivers that, gracefully standing as proof that performance can coexist with humility. It's not built to dominate headlines. It's built to earn respect quietly, one ride at a time. That quiet confidence may be the most compelling quality of all. The 2024 Honda CBR500R is not trying to be something it's not. It knows its place in the lineup, and it fulfills that role better than almost any bike in its class. It's a masterclass in balance, between form and function, learning and mastery, excitement and control. And in a world where so many machines are designed to shout, the CBR500R continues to win riders over simply by speaking the universal language of good engineering. The 2024 Honda CBR500R stands as proof that refinement and restraint can achieve something lasting in a market obsessed with excess. What started as a modest middleweight experiment has become one of Honda's most respected and enduring modern sport bikes. The reason is simple. It delivers what riders actually need, not just what marketing departments think they want. Every update to the CBR500R has been a conversation between experience and aspiration, and the 2024 version feels like the natural conclusion of that dialogue. It has matured without losing its purpose, to be the most confidence-inspiring entry into the sport bike world. The power of the 2024 Honda CBR500R lies not in its numbers, but in the way it makes those numbers irrelevant. 47 horsepower sounds modest, yet when delivered through precision throttle tuning, balanced weight, and predictable handling, it becomes transformative. It teaches control. It rewards finesse. It lets riders explore what performance feels like without fear. That is a gift few machines offer. In that sense, the CBR500R's true achievement is emotional, not mechanical. It builds the kind of trust that turns casual riders into lifelong enthusiasts, and it does so with humility, a quality often missing in performance culture today. Every generation of this motorcycle has taught Honda something about its riders. The first generation revealed the hunger for real-world sport bikes that weren't punishing. The next proved that a balanced chassis could be as important as raw horsepower. Now, the 2024 model shows how modern refinement, in electronics, suspension, and design, can elevate an already proven formula. Each step forward has been careful, deliberate, and faithful to the essence of what made the CBR500R special in the first place. For Honda, that consistency builds credibility. This bike carries the same engineering values that define its most famous machines: precision, reliability, and approachability. Those principles resonate because they mirror what riders value in themselves. The CBR500R does not celebrate dominance. It celebrates growth. And that message, especially in an era of short attention spans and instant gratification, feels refreshingly honest. If the purpose of a sport bike is to create connection between rider, road, and machine, then the 2024 Honda CBR500R accomplishes that with elegance. It delivers the thrill of acceleration and lean angles, but without the constant anxiety of overstepping limits. It allows riders to focus on rhythm, timing, and feel, the fundamentals that form the core of great riding. Those who start here often discover not just a machine they enjoy, but a craft they want to master. In the long history of Honda's sport bike evolution, the CBR500R represents something quietly revolutionary. It's not a headline chaser, not a record breaker, but a reminder of why people fall in love with motorcycling in the first place. Its approachable nature doesn't dilute the passion. It amplifies it. Its calm confidence doesn't remove the thrill. It refines it. By mastering the middle, Honda created something enduring, a bridge between the dream of speed and the reality of control. So as the 2024 Honda CBR500R continues to shape the next generation of riders, it stands as a statement about what performance truly means. It's not just about horsepower or lap times. It's about harmony, between rider and road, between ambition and ability, between excitement and understanding. Few bikes embody that balance as completely as this one. In a world where extremes dominate attention, the CBR500R endures through subtlety. It doesn't need to be the loudest to be heard. It doesn't need to be the fastest to be remembered. It earns its place through substance, through reliability, through the pure joy of doing exactly what it was designed to do. Make riders better, safer, and more connected to the experience that defines motorcycling. That's the real legacy of the 2024 Honda CBR500R. Not as a machine that changed the rules, but as one that reminded everyone why the rules matter in the first place. It's a motorcycle built not just to perform, but to teach, to endure, and to inspire. And that may be the most powerful form of performance there is.